James Harden and Kawhi Leonard still have it. They've won 16-19, and the Jazz without Keontae ran out of gas. Clippers beat the Lakers by 12. Clippers beat the Jazz by 12. 115-103. It's next on POSTCAST. David Locke along with Ron Boone. And Ron, I think Clipper team we saw opening night was dreadful. They looked slow. They looked old. They looked like they didn't have it. They looked a little better when we saw them at the turn of the year. They have now won 16 of their last 19. They came in as the third best offensive team and 10th best defensive team. The pieces Tyronn Lue has begun to put those pieces together, and Kawhi Leonard and James Harden both had just dominating stretches tonight. Kawhi scored 9 straight at one point. Harden scored 10 straight at another point. They still have it.
They definitely have it. That first ball game, David, that he was talking about, and the more you think about it, and I think Ty Lue kind of mentioned that they looked slow, and the Jazz were pretty much ahead of them as far as getting ready for the season. And there is such a thing. I mean, there are a lot of times your offense is ahead of your defense. Your defense sometimes can be ahead of your offense, and that's what keeps you in the ball game, that kind of thing. But it seems now they're starting to put their offense together. I'm not so sold on their defense, but I think their offense is starting to put it together.
I can buy their defense a little bit in this sense. Chris Dunn's a real problem.
Yes, he is.
And so you've got to address – then if Kawhi Leonard's engaged, he's a real problem. And if maybe they're getting something out of Kobe Sanders or one of these young kids, they have one or two good defenders on the floor at all times. James Harden's not great. Zubac's not a great rim defender. John Collins not a super defender. But they got two guys you got to deal with. You're going to have to get Chris Dunn off the ball. Your first action, if you're playing the Clippers, is you've got to get Chris Dunn off the ball. He's too much of a problem.
And even with that, I mean, he leaves his man a lot. I mean, how many times did he leave his man to come up and double Lauri or come up behind Lauri trying to steal the basketball? I just think, there's some coaches out there that would just give a player just the freedom. This is what you're good at. This is where you're helping our team. And just give them the freedom to do certain things out there on the floor. And I really believe that Lue is letting him. He's smart enough to not hurt the team for the most part, but smart enough to help them that way.
And tonight he hits 2 of 4 from 3. He's hitting 36%. That's the issue. I mean, his offense is so limited, and he shoots so rarely from 3. It's hard to have him on the floor offensively on an elite team. Like, you can do some of this stuff on a not very good team. But when you're on an elite team, those are the kind of weaknesses that really shine. And so is he going to be able to knock down 38-40% of wide open three-point shots in the playoffs? That's
just think about
going to be the question.
When he played for the Jazz, those open threes, he was I thought it was respectable. Now, 2 years removed from playing with the Jazz, I trust his three-point shooting, especially if he's getting his feet together. James Harden and obviously Kawhi Leonard makes that happen because they got the ball in their hands, and you notice the Jazz wanted to double both of those guys. Good ball movement. Chris Dunn, John Collins going to get good looks all game.
Most teams are defending Chris Dunn with their center, and so it lets them play their center in the middle of the floor, and then that leaves him wide open, and so he's going to get these wide open looks, and if he can knock him down, then his defense is a real problem. It'll be interesting. One more quick just thought. We talked about this a lot of the broadcast, but what's your thought on the Clippers? Like, this team is hot. They've won 16 of 19. I think they're going to be a home court play-in team. I think they'll catch the Warriors. The Warriors obviously are in disarray. I don't know if they'll catch Phoenix. Nonetheless, they probably beat Phoenix in the first. So they're going to be the 7th or 8th seed. How are they dangerous in the playoffs?
I think yes, without a doubt, I think they're dangerous. But I really think that it's the Sanders and the Millers and guys like that could make the big difference on how good or how far they can go in the playoffs. Man, I just don't know. They got one center and that plays with his back to the basket down in the paint. Then they got another center that shoots threes. Is there a match there? I mean, would you, as a coach, is that something you would like to have?
They played very well when Lopez started and Zubac was out. That's kind of where they started this run. So maybe. I think the other one that's interesting is they do get Derrick Jones Jr. back at some point. He's another another non-offensive player, though. Yeah. Like, that is a little bit, and I don't think Bogdanovich is going to have much of a role in this team. All right. Let's go to the Jazz. The big story tonight to me was Collier and Clayton were leading the team without Keontae George. What did the final box on Collier, final box a little misleading because a lot of people padded late, was 12 points, 9 assists, and a turnover, 4 of 9 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3. Walter Clayton went 2 of 5. He had 5 points. He had 2 turnovers. He had 2 assists. What do you think of those two guys trying to run the team tonight?
Well, it's work in progress, I think, especially for Clayton, because he's not getting the minutes in order to just improve like daily. I mean, he might prove every 2 or 3 games where Ace is getting the minutes and he's getting the freedom to improve his game more so than any of them. He played 28 minutes tonight and got up 16 shots. David, no rebounds. That cannot happen for a 6'9".
Keep going. No assists.
No assists there as well.
No, it's an ugly box score.
Yeah, that is an ugly box score.
That's not an acceptable box score. All right, we'll talk more about Ace's game, Lauri's return, and that as we continue on POSTCAST.
I carry a lot of responsibility in my household. If something happened to me, there would be serious consequences. We have a mortgage. We got tuition. We got everyday bills. Those aren't going anywhere if something happens to me. And I know that's an overwhelming feeling, but I'm taking steps to protect my family by getting life insurance through Ethos. Ethos makes getting life insurance fast, easy, and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. There's no medical exam. You just answer a few simple health questions. You can get up to $3 million in coverage. Some policies are as low as $30 a month. And as of March 2025, Business Insider named Ethos the #1 no medical exam instant life insurance provider. Ethos has 4.8 out of 5 stars on Trustpilot with over 3,000 reviews. Protect your family with life insurance from Ethos now by going to ethos.com/LockedOnNBA. In as little as 10 minutes, you can get your free quote and up to $3 million in coverage at ethos.com/LockedOnNBA. That's ethos.com/LockedOnNBA. Ethos.com/LockedOnNBA. Application times and rates may vary.
Today's show is also brought to you by TurboTax. Tax season doesn't have to take over your life. This year, TurboTax is making it easier than ever just to hand things off and move on with your day. With TurboTax Full Service, you can have your taxes done for you by a trusted local expert start to finish without the stress or the guesswork. Instead of spending hours trying to figure out forms, you can meet with a local TurboTax expert in person or contact online. They handle everything from W-2s to self-employment forms and work to get you every deduction. You can upload your documents, go about your day, and get updates right in your TurboTax app. It's huge time saver and gives you real peace of mind knowing an expert is handling it. For a limited time, you can have your taxes done by a local TurboTax expert for just $150 all in. TurboTax expert didn't file for your last year. Just file by February 28th. Take taxes off your plate and get back to your life. Visit TurboTax.com/local. And today's show is also brought to you by Quo. Quo.com/LockedOnNBA will get you your first 6 months for free with Quo, because new year, new systems. This is the time when a lot of us looked at messier parts of how we run our business and think there has to be a better way. There is streamlining your communication is one of the quickest upgrades you can make, and that's why today's episode is brought to you by Quo, spelled Q-U-O, the smarter way to run your business communications. Your whole team can call or text from one shared number so nothing gets missed, and it works right from your phone or your computer. You can even keep your existing number. It's no surprise Quo is the #1 rated business phone system on G2, trusted by more than 90,000 businesses, for solo operators to growing teams. Make this year where no opportunity, no customer slips away. Try Quo for free, plus 20% off your first 6 months when you go to Quo.com/LockedOnNBA. That's QUO.com/LockedOnNBA. Quo, no missed calls, no missed customers. Ron Boone, Lauri Markkinen returned. What'd you see?
I saw him struggle in the first half, especially in the first quarter. I thought he struggled and he got tired, which is natural. Should have, but he made some Lauri type plays out there on the floor, and minutes is going to be good for him so he can recover. Ended up tonight with what? Where is he?
Down below.
Yeah, 5 for 15. He played 29 minutes, and I thought you said he was limited to 30.
Yep.
So 30, something like that. And 5 rebounds, 19 points. And I thought it was an okay.
Saw signs of it and saw that. And they also, without Keontae, We always talk about how much Lauri helps Keontae. We saw tonight how much Keontae helps Lauri.
Yeah, and I think Will has touched on that sometimes in the coaches' meeting on how they are complimenting each other out on the floor on the offensive end. That's for sure.
I don't really know. I'm trying to look if there's nothing else that jumps out tonight. Tonight ended up being kind of without a lot of texture. Is my takeaway on this one. Is I didn't think they played badly. Right? They led 10-0 early. They led 29-18 at the end of one. They got outscored 35-25 in the second quarter. So they led by 1 at the half when Bailey hit the 3, and then they got kind of out. Then they got hit in the third quarter. I mean, the real story of the game is they get outscored 71-45 in the second and third quarters of this game. Like they got hammered.
And I think that third quarter, David, with the 3-point shots, I think they were like
6 of 11, and the Jazz were 1 of 7. Yeah, sorry, I just happened to look at this. How's that for just having that ready right there? Give Connor Nelson some credit. Connor Nelson, our stats guy tonight, was great.
And that's where they separated themselves.
Yeah,
in that third period.
So the second, third quarter blowout tonight for the Jazz, and they fall. And you know what, though? I would say this. The defensive rating tonight's a 119, which is bad. But I would actually say it's not terrible. Like, actually, the offense is the problem tonight. I'd say they played better defense than they've played in some time without Yusuf Nurkic. The Kevin Love, I generally thought they executed. Like, we talked about their game plan trying to force to the middle, and I thought they generally executed that fairly well, except for that one stretch where Kawhi got going, and he's really good. All right.
So off the top of your head,
mm-hmm.
The average points per game is what? About 111, 112, 13, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
So if the Jazz are giving up 118, 112, no, they're giving up more than 120, aren't they?
Yeah.
So that makes the defense
we score 119.
Yeah.
And we allow, which is like 4th in the league.
Yeah.
And we allow
and that's not good.
Yeah.
Defense is
our defense is terrible. It's the worst in the league.
Right.
There's no hiding it. Tonight it wasn't as terrible.
Yeah.
Would you like to share what you said during the commercial break?
About
what time it is?
I was past my bedtime.
So it's really.
I'm usually in the bed at this time.
That's what he said. By the way, Lacey called you out for your fun humor.
Hi, Lacey. And what did she say?
Well, just like your little quippy lines, like when CJ left and didn't take a picture of us.
Oh yeah. Got that big, beautiful camera, and he didn't want to take a picture of us. I'm pissed.
He's pissed.
Hi, Lacey.
Ron, are we starless again?
I think I'm going to give you and I stars tonight.
We get stars tonight. Okay. We had a lot of fun. We deserve stars. How many times have we gotten stars this year, Lacey? I hate to say it. I love this gig immensely. Don't misunderstand this next comment. But we've played 47, right? I think that's right.
This is our 47th.
So we got 35 left. We could get some stars. We could get you and I could get on a hot streak.
Catch up with a few players on this team.
We could get on a hot streak. We could earn a lot of stars the rest of the way if we stay entertaining. So stars for us in the beginning of what is going to be a David and Ron star hot streak.
It's not a podcast either.
Next. Have a good night, everybody.